Good morning and welcome to the Moopsyverse, where Chris and I are going to discuss Alien Earth because I know nothing about it other than I heard a commercial for it this morning.
Well, it's a TV series, and I'm already interested because it has Timothy Olyphant in it.
So, is it like a documentary or is it a actual show?
It's a show
Oh, okay.
with a clearly big budget because it looks like the first Alien film.
Well, let's see.
And
This
replicating that
it's
aesthetic is really hard.
it's FX doing it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, FX can do some budgets sometimes. And my Discord just shut down again. That's really weird. But it's only on
Oh,
my
you're still
screen that it
online.
shuts down. It's just my screen goes
Hmm.
black on Discord.
Yeah, you're still here.
Yeah, I know. I know. I can see the numbers because my OBS is still running, but Discord gets weird. Go figure. Um, no, I was making coffee and I heard the commercial for FX and the show, and I didn't watch it because I'm making coffee. I have priorities. Alien
From what
Earth.
it's worth, I
Hmm?
think replicating that aesthetic of the 1979 film is really hard to do it faithfully, and so far they have. I mean, I watched like, what, 10 minutes of it? No, 5? And I'm mesmerized. I'm actually surprised how good it looks. And so far, it seems to be fully integrated into the entire franchise.
So is this a remake of something, or is this an original series?
No, this is original series that
Okay.
happens 2 years before the first film.
Okay.
It happens at least like 50 years or something after the Prometheus and
Oh,
Covenant.
okay, okay, okay. It's that kind of
It's
alien.
yeah.
I had to be Musin. Hi, Musin.
Hello.
Hello. So, yeah, like I said, all I did was listen to the commercial so you don't get any visuals whatsoever.
Oh,
So,
visuals are so good. Oh my god.
well, I'm not a big fan of the Alien series. I
I don't
so
know. I'm aware.
yeah.
I
Oh, is
still
this
think
that the new?
it's Alien Earth, yeah, the new series.
Okay.
I've seen the beginning of the first episode, and so far I'm surprised how good it looks and feels.
Looks like it premiered here the other day, but I didn't see it.
You
There's
managed to
two
replicate the
episodes.
entire vibe of the first film and the aesthetic of the technology. It still looks like retro-futuristic stuff with analog buttons that are glowing, digital 1979 screens, kinescopic screens and stuff like that. Looks, I mean, acting also looks on point.
Just so everybody knows,
I,
we're going to have a commercial popping up here in about 3 minutes. So we won't start doing anything other than chitter chattering until after the commercials are done. So, anyway, back to Alien Earth. Okay, so as you all know, I'm not a fan of the Alien series because my, at that time, boyfriend, then later husband, sent me to see Alien on my own and not giving me a clue what it was about other than, oh, it's a really good movie. And I had nightmares for months.
well, that was cruel on
That's
his part.
mean.
That's
Mm-hmm.
mean, and I don't know how you married that person. I honestly wouldn't if they did that to me. And I'm prone to like watching horrors in general, but if I was sent to a film that I know nothing about, and that was during the time where internet wasn't a thing, so you couldn't have checked it online. What the hell is this?
Yeah, well,
No.
no, online wasn't a thing. I mean, I think I was still living with my parents. That's how long ago it was. Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
long time ago.
I
Since
really Alien isn't that scary.
yeah, it is. It is that scary.
Nah. I mean, it wasn't
Mm,
back then. I think that if you watched it today without the preconception of what you've seen then, it probably wouldn't have made much impact scaring wise because it
it
even doesn't
never
do jump
scared me.
scares that well.
It never scared me, but again, I didn't watch it in a dark movie theater. I just watched it on TV.
Well, no, I went
Yeah,
to the
same for
theater.
me.
I went to the
When
Woodfield 2 theater. Thank goodness it was the afternoon. If I had gone to an evening showing of it, you're right, I probably would not have married him.
also I watched the
Still
second
surprised.
Alien movie first.
Second, the other the first one is a horror, is kind of a horror film. The
Mm-hmm.
the other ones are more like
The
action
second
films,
one
so they're not horrors
is
at
a
all.
sci-fi action. Yeah.
It's a sci-fi. The second one just turns into sci-fi action with monsters, but they're not creepy in terms of like they're not really jump scares or anything. It's just the atmosphere and the vibe. the overall arc, and I emphasize it every time, is not about the alien at all. Alien is just a tool to tell a story about how human greed and corporative interests can literally override humanity to a point of in the absolute madness. And I love that about the Alien, that they're still keeping that tone. I'm still sidelining Prometheus and Covenant because they did everything wrong about the film and the franchise. Even though they still kept that theme, Ridley Scott decided, "Oh, I'm gonna explain things no one ever asked," and so he decided to explain everything no one literally ever questioned,
What's funny about Prometheus
ruining the
is
mystery.
a friend of mine went to
You
see
know
it.
why, right?
Hold on a sec, Musin. I was talking. Take your turns. One of my friends went to see it, said it was great, really enjoyed it, and gushed about it. I'm like, I'm not going to go see it. But I told my husband that said friend had said it was a great movie, blah, 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 blah. So he and my son went to see it, and they both came home and just gave me this look of, what did you do to us? That was a piece of garbage. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
I mean,
I guess I got some kind of revenge 40 years later.
well, the thing is, Prometheus, if you look at it as a standalone science fiction film, it's okay. But unfortunately, Ridley Scott decided that it has to be connected to the Alien franchise, so he connected it forcefully to the Alien franchise without it having a place there. So, unfortunately, it cannot stand on its own. You're still connected to the predefined and pre-existing media that was made in 1979. So while he tried to like do everything better with bigger budget, and because the original Alien was a low budget
Yeah,
film
it was.
one way
They
or
they
another.
did that on a relatively low budget.
Yeah, but still, like, it doesn't change the fact that bigger budget doesn't mean it's always going to get better. And Ridley Scott didn't learn his lesson because he wanted even to continue with Covenant, and there was supposed to be a film between Covenant and Prometheus. Gladly, Disney took over, and they said, "No, no, no, don't do that. Do something else." And he did Gladiator 2. But that's beside the point. But yeah, not big. I mean, I like Prometheus because it has elements that I like. Charlize Theron, she's an absolute goddess. She's an absolute goddess with that absolutely emotionless Vickers character. I love Michael Fassbender, and
Yeah.
whichever role he gets, he's always playing it to the absolute highest notes. No notes,
Mostly.
no crumbles. 8. I mean, I don't think I've seen him anything bad. I admit I have not seen all of his movies, so I might be in the wrong.
I,
But all of
I would
the stuff
say
I've seen,
he's
his craft is great.
better than so many actors because he does consistently deliver. But like anybody, there's the occasional loser. Speaking of the occasional loser, I doubt Ridley Scott's going to be making a lot more movies after Napoleon. That thing was a disaster.
Well, he just released
And
well, Napoleon came after the Gladiator 2?
so
Let's see. Gladiator 2 was last year.
Yeah.
Napoleon was the year before. But
Well,
oh,
then he's still
they
making movies. It didn't end his career
they're
then.
both awful. They are both awful. I mean,
so
I like Pedro Pascal, but as somebody pointed out, Gladiator 2 is Gladiator 1, just changing the main actor and a few plot points, but without any cohesion. There's so many parts where the plot just falls apart. And I still like Pedro Pascal.
and you know why they made the prequels to Alien, right?
Not sure.
It's
There was
the
never any need for those.
Ridley Scott felt that Alien versus Predator did not belong in the franchise, and
Because they don't.
therefore had to rewrite basically the history so that those movies could never be part of his franchise.
It's not his franchise. He did one film in it before the Prometheus and
Yeah,
Covenant. Then it was
but
taken by everyone else. So
Prometheus
it's
and
not his
Covenant
franchise. He didn't even
were
write the script.
no, but Prometheus and Covenant were made to basically muscle out the Alien versus Predator movies.
He didn't need to do that. A lot of people still think that those films are not canon, and they're all just like spin-offs
Yeah,
that have no place in like
they're
the canon
they're
of
comic
events.
crossover.
Yeah, they're
They're
like a comic
comic
crossover.
crossover.
It's
No,
like
they literally are.
yeah, because there's really nothing that canonizes them. Nothing that is mentioned in the core movies supporting the concept that predators and aliens were actually a thing. So there's no need to write prequels, especially so badly written prequels. Because one thing he could have written a good story about it, but he just needed to. He wrote himself a list of things that will override the plot points of Alien versus Predator, and that's fine, except that he wrote a story around it that makes no sense, and it's stupid because he dumbifies his own craft. Because like the Prometheus and Covenant, two movies that are in sequence, are making mistakes of ignoring rules and this pre-established stuff that is set in the first film he made in 1979. So it's kind of like, why do you have to do this? Why are you in late George Lucas prequel era? Why do you need to do this? Because that's literally what he did. He did worse prequels than the original films. So it's like, ugh. Anyway, I always treated Alien core movies as the first three films. I do like the fourth as a guilty pleasure because it has good casting, and I like the sets and some of the action pieces. Although I treat it as outside of the canon, it's a what-if scenario in my mind, so I'm not treating it as a canon event.
It mostly is, because you cannot recover DNA from molten lead.
Generally, no.
You cannot.
Generally, no.
And you cannot recover DNA. And you cannot clone someone pregnant. So that's another thing.
Yeah.
You clone someone, and they might be a clone, but they are not going to be pregnant. That's how fundamentally not how cloning works in general. So.
Yeah, that would actually be a problem, wouldn't it?
Just as a thing I'd like to point out, a lot of people don't know that you can't clone stuff from molten lead. I mean, case in point, Data's daughter in Card?
Yeah.
What?
He doesn't have a daughter. Oh,
Yeah, they cloned her from a positron. What?
Yeah, no, we're not. We're just going to pretend seasons 1 and 2 don't happen. We're just going to skip 1 and 2. They get pushed to the side. We go straight to 3. Because otherwise, we have to remember that Picard is now an android. Okay?
But
no, that's not.
Picard
No,
is an android. He's dead. But the point is that so many people don't understand the actual science. And these are the people that make the programs that we watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that. That's why I didn't
don't
watch Discovery. They didn't get the science right in the first episode, and it's like, this just breaks it for me so bad.
Wait, what was wrong with science in Discovery Season 1?
I'm sorry, very first thing where they're walking around on the planet to make the Delta Shield to signal the ship up in space because there's a storm coming in so that they can't get their... I mean, it's just wrong.
Yeah,
mathematically, it's wrong. The physics is wrong.
I think it's been reworked. I think it's I know I'm justifying it. I'm not, and I really understand that this doesn't make sense. I know what mom means.
There's no way they could see that footprint delta.
Not through the clouds. No, then there was a dense cloud and sandstorm. So even if they would be able to pick that up optically, they would still not do that through the clouds. So,
and from that height, they wouldn't be able to pick it up optically because the... okay, maybe their science is a heck of a lot better than anything else, but it's just like people who say you can see the Great Wall of China from space. You can't. You can barely see it from an airplane in most places. I
mean, you have to have very good camera that can zoom in a million times. Yeah. And that's just not the same.
But you know why it's actually hard to see the Great Wall of China from
because it's really skinny.
Space? No, because it's made out of the same rock material as the environment. So it even blends in color-wise.
Well, that is part of it too, but it's the degree of arc that exceeds the ability of certainly the human eye to resolve, but in most cases of cameras, it's just too little, and that's the whole issue with the
you can assume that. I mean, you can assume that it's like 300 years into the future or something. They have the ability. They have very high quality telescope level of
but if they could resolve
devices, but still,
if they could resolve the shield symbol at that level of resolution, they could also just find the people at that level because the people are the same width.
Yeah, that's
There
that's
are
another thing.
no
If they have that, then they would be able to pick up a
Mhm.
personal
there are
presence.
no man-made structures on Earth that you can see from space without the use of a very powerful telescope to look down.
According to the astronauts, and there's several who have been asked about, can you see the Great Wall of China? Basically, after you get like 100 miles plus up, you can see the lights of big
And
cities,
that's it.
but you cannot make a structure out at all. And when you
Yeah,
get to the moon, nope, it's just the giant green marble, the blue marble out there. That's it.
Because it takes what, 3 days for the light from Earth to reach the moon.
Half minute.
So
Sorry,
any
half
light,
second. Half second.
3 days is a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, it's 8 minutes
oh
from
right,
the sun
it
to
takes
Earth.
3 days for the rocket to get.
Oh yeah, 3 days for a rocket sounds about right.
Yeah. No. It took 3 days for the rocket to get.
Hmm.
Point being that the time that the light travels, it loses so much. Can't see it.
No,
It shifts into the
no, no.
red spectrum.
And then how do you see stars?
And they're much brighter than your light bulb.
This is true, but it doesn't lose that much because there's no medium to really slow it down or change anything. Not that you could slow down the light of the speed of light anyway.
No, but
There's nothing to absorb up the photons.
the atmosphere does like distort that.
Oh yeah, that's a
In
whole
the
different
reverse,
story.
our
Yeah.
light source is much smaller and being distorted by the atmosphere, so it's just not reaching the moon. It's redshifted before then.
It- you don't get that much of a redshift in that short distance. It is teeny tiny.
For a low frequency light source, maybe a star or a sun, yeah, no, that won't redshift because it's just emanating with so much more energy.
I think I get what you're
You don't
saying,
need
but
to-
it's
Light
not
bulb?
exactly the way it goes. Good morning, Cliff. How are you? And welcome to Astrophysics 101, apparently. I'm not sure how we got going on
What?
this, but hi.
I don't know either. What I do know is I discovered a meme yesterday and I love it.
Which one?
Lizard, 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 lizard.
Where did we get lizard
So-
from?
There was this flop Pixar movie. It starts with an E.
Which one?
It's Elio.
Oh yeah, that
That's-
was a flop, but
That is a flop. In
Yes.
the post-credit scene,
Uh-huh.
there is a lizard with a phone, and he's or a speak and spell, whatever it is. I think it's a phone. He's pressing the lizard button with his paw, and it just goes lizard, 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 and you see the little eyeball like turn and swooch up. It is funny. People have made
it-
music with it, and yeah,
I think maybe I have to watch it
It-
just for that scene then.
it is. It's being used as sort of a commentary on brain rot videos on TikTok
Oh god.
to show the lizard just pressing the button. Lizard, lizard.
That is
lizard,
my brain
lizard.
from yesterday. I was trying to go to bed and I got stuck in the loop of doom scrolling.
I ended up in the loop of not sleeping. I couldn't go fall asleep last night. I lingered for an hour without success.
Well, the show
Okay,
last
so-
night was a little low key, and I thought, okay, fine, I'm gonna go down and do some stuff in the house and eat some dinner, and I'm gonna come back and try and build a very stupid, easy CSV build for leveling ships. And for the life of me, I could not think it through. I'm just like, fine. And so I put on a reaction video to, I don't know what I was watching. Hypa? No. Electric Callboy. And the reaction was great, so I just hit the next video, and then I hit the next video. Next thing I know, it's 10:50, and I'm like, I have to get up in 6 hours. Not because Chris made me, just because I felt like I should get up at 5.
Thank you very much.
Definitely not Chris's
Anyone-
fault.
Anyone fancy doing the event?
Yeah, that
Do
would be
it.
great. That would be great. I sent out some
Yeah,
invites.
but yeah, as I said, overall, I think I'm gonna like Alien Earth for what it is. It's not being broadcast here anyway, so anywhere, so I'm just gonna be creative about taming it, but that's beside the point. But yeah, it seems to like replicate the vibe of the first film for now, and I already have seen that Timothy Oliphant is in the main cast, so I'm already hooked up because I love that actor. He's so underrated.
This is really weird.
What?
Usually I see my icon up here in the upper left-hand side, and it is not there. And
Your
since you-
icon? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I usually have me up there too, along with yeah. But okay, fine. Maybe I deleted it somehow. Has anyone got the event campaign prize? I've earned it. I haven't done anything with. Oh, 7? Yeah, I definitely have 7. Aren't we on 8 right now for events? Oh, we are on 7. Yes, I have it, Cliff. It's right there, waiting to be claimed. I've got it on all my tunes now. It's like
I put it in the memes and vids
Okay.
thing, 2 shorts with the lizard.
I will take a look at that when we are done here. Chris Jupiter, does that work for you?
yep, yeah.
Okay. Muse and I see you're not in game at the moment. Otherwise, I'd invite you to join us, but you're not in game at the moment. Well, let's see if Cliff's in. I don't see Cliff either, so we'll go from here. We
Try and get
are
into game.
teamed. Pardon?
I'll try and get into game.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's just Jupiter Erotus. Ooh, Cliff's hairdressing friend has come around to cut your hair. Very nice. I wish my friend would come here to cut my hair.
But yeah, lizard, lizard, lizard.
Wee woo?
Primitive.
I think it is a funny commentary. TikTok brain rot, though. I think
Yeah.
it's like what, a week old, a month, at most.
What?
The lizard meme thing.
Oh, I have no idea. I not knowing the movie, other than from my acquaintances who are like, nope, we're not going to go see that.
I never heard about that.
It was a movie that tanked almost immediately and disappeared. Speaking
It
of,
grossed 21 domestic, 14 million globally.
that is not good. Got 20 seconds here.
Total box office so far 148 million.
There is nothing in the theaters right now. Ugh.
So this came out when?
A couple months ago?
June 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, that's the latest Pixar film?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that why did
completely
It
bombed.
absolutely flopped.
how did Pixar flop anything?
Because quality has been declining on Pixar for years.
Yeah, they've needed to
The
have a
last
hit,
good
and they just
thing
haven't
they
had
made
one.
was Inside Out 2. And that was not a new property, that was a sequel.
Yeah. Well,
So
Inside
they
Out
already had it.
took a while to recoup its costs, but it was enough, so they were trying to remake that one. And actually, Inside Out was a cute little story, so...
Inside Out actually was considered a success, and
Yeah, it just
the
took...
second one.
But Inside Out, unlike most Pixar films, took longer to be a, quote, success. They knew it was going to happen, it just... Pixar films tend to be enchanting and delightful, and people go really quick. But and I'm not going to blame the movie for it. I think people were still in the... It's just
Well-
post-COVID, we're not going to go to the theater type reactions.
Not just that, it's also to do with the fact that Pixar used to put more time and
Yeah.
effort and quality into their animation. And they're actually skipping on frames now, not putting
You know,
as much time and
90% of the
effort.
viewers will not notice those kind of details, right?
No, but,
But
they're not putting in the time and effort like they did with Monsters, Inc. they put
Monsters Inc.
so
is such an
much-
old film. They've done so many good films since then.
No,
They
but
have, but Monsters Inc. had.
air
Well,
physics.
if you watch the, let's say, In and Out versus Monsters Inc., just for the quality of, let's say, the backgrounds and the attention to detail. So, good example is in Monsters Inc., when they're doing the running through the door section, and you can see the fur on Sully moving like fur in the wind, very flowy, and each piece moves a little bit differently. That was something that took them a huge amount of time to animate the way they wanted to, and you can see those little differences because that took time, that took money.
Now they take a basic physics, they add it, and the hair animates, but they're not putting in nearly as much effort to animate each individual hair as they did with
Yeah, but
Sonic.
how many times can you be running on the same idea of a hairy creature that
Oh, no,
has very
the
realistically
point-
moving hair?
Chris, the point is that the attention to detail gets lost because they have to conserve on money. It costs them a ton to do that.
All
And
comes
it-
down to the fact that they're owned by Disney, and Disney's unwilling to pay for production.
there you go, and you get movies that tank because Disney has forgotten how to make good movies. That said, though, Cliff has just said, I watched a nice animated film on Monday called The Sea Beast, and the comment he's got is very Disney, great film. So Disney used to make great films, but if you're banking
So
on
did Don
a
Bluth.
film to carry a franchise, to carry a studio, and you're not willing to put in the time and money to figure out what the audience would like to see rather than what you want to give them, and then spend the time and money to make it the best you can on a budget, it's not going to happen.
I think it all comes down to how entertainment business is currently being managed, because that
exactly.
doesn't restrict itself to movies alone, because like video game
Proof-
industry is
Yep.
literally suffering the same issues.
Yeah.
Some
we-
proof of that is like nobody asked for a remake of Snow White in
In fact,
live action.
No one asked for any of the
actively
remakes they're
asked-
doing.
Yeah, people actively asked for it not to be remade, and I'm glad that whoever owns Princess Bride listened to everybody going, no, don't remake this. Let it stand.
That doesn't always work with a lot of movies.
No, it doesn't.
Because if Mel Brooks isn't involved, then we're still getting Spaceball too, and we still got History of the World
Part 2, but that wasn't a good movie.
No, that was shit. But the point is, they're gonna make it with or without the person who,
Yeah, but if
made
the
it
audience
great
is telling
the
you
first
we're not
time.
going to go see this movie, at some point the studios need to listen and go, hey, if the viewership, the people that we're counting on to support it, are telling us right now they're not going to watch this because it's not a movie to be remade, it was a classic as it is, and they don't throw $200 million into it, that's $200 million that they've saved that they can actually go into something that might be new or original or remake of something people like. And so let's go Naked Gun. They didn't remake it. They took the concept and moved forward with it, and they did a good job of it.
they made a sequel.
It's
And
not-
they didn't.
It's
Well, it's sort of a sequel.
It's
'cause
kind of a
it's-
sequel.
It's
but-
a family. Like,
Oh no!
continuation.
That's not a family movie.
No, I mean, it's Frank Drebin's
It's a family
kid.
movie if you take mom and dad to it and no one
Yeah.
else.
No, I mean it's Frank Drebin's son
Right, and
because they don't have Leslie Nielsen anymore,
right.
and not like they remade Frank Drebin with another character, with another actor, right? And they're trying to remake the movies from scratch, like none of the first movies ever.
No, there's absolute homage to the originals, but they kept the flavor. They updated it. They made it fresh. They got the joke.
Yeah, well, I saw the opening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yes, I am watching Naked Gun. Like instantly, that opening scene, I was just like, okay, this is the Naked Gun.
Are you talking
I
about
haven't
bank robbery?
actually- Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's a good
haven't
scene.
actually watched the whole movie yet because the quality was atrocious of the cam rip. But like, I don't go to movie theater. I pirate everything. I still have not taken the effort to watch Snow White.
Don't. You know, there's no reason to waste
Why
that part of your
why
life.
would you make effort to ruin your brain by
I
watching it?
I
It's not
haven't even
even
taken the
funny.
effort to watch Mufasa.
Yeah, but again,
Ugh,
why
ugh,
would you watch
I've-
movies that are not? I mean, they're badly done, and they're not even funny for being badly done.
Shameless cash grabs. I listened to some review online, and then I see if I want to watch the movie. What I actually did enjoy was K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah, that actually people are loving.
Yeah,
Oh,
everyone
it
loves
is
it, but
so.
it looks like anime,
It's a
so I'm not.
musical.
Well, you don't like
No,
anime,
it,
right?
Nope.
Okay.
I, what I can say is it is lacking in frames. So some of the animation you can definitely tell that it's not a lot of frames, but it's a fun ride. It's got some great songs. It's a musical ride to the end, and yeah, it keeps you engaged with the movie almost the entire time. It doesn't like lose your interest by getting boring by doing tons of exposition that isn't you know breathtaking
Yeah.
and
Just looking at the animation here, Chris, I don't see it as being like classic anime, but there's enough of it. It's somewhere between classic anime and prodigy
okay.
level animation. So probably not your cup of tea.
Nah,
It's
I've
it's
seen the
very
trailers. Like, nope.
Yeah, that's you know
it's
that's the whole point of
it's got
trailers, in my opinion. Is you can go no or oh that sounds
it,
possible.
it's 3D animation with the facial expressiveness of anime. There's
Ugh.
definitely
Ugh.
a touch of a cultural connection there because some of it's not quite English,
Yeah,
but
that, the
yeah,
whole
other than
concept
that,
would be
it's
not quite English. Slight divergence. Chris, did you ever see Alita: Battle Angel?
oh,
Aware of its existence,
Okay.
I have not seen it.
It's an interesting blend of yeah, maybe kind of sort of anime-ish, sort of kind of with live action.
oh,
And I was just curious
Alita
if
Battle Angel as a live action was a master
it was a great movie. It was really fun. But
because I've seen I've seen the original fights
yeah,
and then I see the fight the in the live action
hmm
and I had my breath taken away with how one-on-one accurate certain scenes were that really belonged in the movie. So that thing was made properly.
yeah, they did a really
And
good
as a
job with
live
it.
action, I just wish there was more.
Well, there's always
I,
been chatter about it. Unfortunately, it came out at the same time as Captain Marvel, and it kept a lot of people away from watching it because people went to see Captain Marvel instead, which
Why
is
did
a
people
shame.
go to see Captain
I
Marvel? It's
have
not
no
even a good
clue.
film.
I have no clue.
yeah, watch
I
Alita
started
Battle
watching
Angel.
it,
It's
saw
much
the
better.
half of it, and I said, "Oh, this is crap." I just had to close it down and delete it from my computer.
Yeah, no.
So I
It's like I'm not
actually
gonna
haven't
spend
watched
any more
Captain
seconds.
Marvel.
No one's gonna pay me back for actually wasting 30 minutes of my time to watch this. Ugh. Ugh.
No,
It's
I,
interesting. I was just listening to a YouTube not short, but a YouTube miniseries called Crash and Burn, and they picked a couple of actresses and actors who, through their own machinations, managed to absolutely destroy their own careers. And Brie Larson was one of them, and they were bringing up what a disaster that Captain Marvel and the Marvels were, and just basically her career is ruined in huge part because of her activities in it and her attitude.
Yeah, I've
But
heard
she,
that she had some
yeah,
troubling
the
remarks
one
online.
if I can get one advice to actors who get, you know, a lot of heat for whatever role they're in, as long as you remain calm and don't like start getting attitude with the fans, they're gonna forgive you and watch your next move. As soon as you
yeah.
start giving lip on TikToks and Instagrams and it's snaps and whatever social media you're using, that's when you tank your career now. because your
I mean,
fans
I
will
just
not
wish
put up
actors.
with that kind of attitude from you.
I just wish actors stayed with acting. If they have nothing reasonable or smart to say about anything relevant, then shut the fluff up. And no one wants to hear you. Like sometimes they want to be so relevant, so on top that they have to blabber about every little thing and like say something
I mean,
controversial. So look how edgy I am. I have my
Oh,
own
yeah.
like my own brain. Ooh, actually just showcasing how much of that brain is not being used if you say it out loud. So no, just stick to acting. If that's the best thing you can do in your life, just don't try to sound opinionated. No one's falling for that anyway.
You can be
yeah,
opinionated, but
it's
it's it's not
Don't no,
relevant to
don't try to put
anything.
yourself as an authority on
Yeah, no,
anything. It's
no.
like ugh.
the
There's
the
a
best reaction I can give when actors do that is like, oh, that's kind of weird. And, well,
yeah.
yeah,
No, you're not an
you
expert
know,
on that.
and then like literally doing the Rachel Zegler thing about Snow White. Yeah, because these people are weird.
They are weird. There's a podcast called. Come on, come on, come on. Citation Needed. There's actually two podcasts called Citation Needed, but one is done by the same people who do god awful movies, in which the premise of it is one of the people in the podcast reads one article on Wikipedia about a topic and then has to be an expert on it. But it's done with a sense of humor. So using one Wikipedia reference, they go back and talk about the Etruscans. They talk about specific events or people or things, and that's their only reference. But their thing is, we read one article in Wikipedia and we become experts.
Yep.
And
How will the
it's
people on the internet behave?
yeah, that's the whole point. That's how people on the internet behave. It's while I'm trying to work on this book for making decent builds for Star Trek ships. And it's like, oh my God, I've been doing this for 15 years and I don't know beans. And I go back and I look at these other articles that are up there and it's like, I don't know jack. Let's see,
Not
Cetalia says, I plan
entirely
to give out
true.
free live Moopsies to anyone who spoils today's episodes. Good, because I am not going to see them until later today. So please, feel free to moopsilate them. Just as a friendly reminder, I'm not going to be on tonight, most likely, and then I'm gone until Monday night. Monday morning, probably I won't be back, so Monday night I'll be back on. I think. And we'll see how bad the flight is coming home. If the flight's home is great, I still don't get in until almost 2 in the morning on Monday, so probably won't be on for a few days here. And then we go into absolute chaos of my going to and from Chicago. Yeah, this weekend's Texas. I come right back and I have trips to and from Chicago for the next 3 weeks.
Well, if that all pans out well.
They're mostly, in fact, they are all day trips, but it's 10 to 14 hours round trip. 4 hours up, do the thing, 4 hours back. Kills
So
the day.
I crafted some things.
Let's see, hypercapacity shield array, hypercapacity shield array. Oh, Tetrion and Polaron or Phaser. One's one, one's the other. Huh. Oh, speaking of, we probably ought to do some more stuff here in the game because it's 6:40. Holy moly!
Like they have different resistances. One of them, though, even has amp on the shield.
Yeah.
It's just something I'm working on. I'm trying to get one that's all plasma. But the thing is, you can't re-gamble them. Craft them and throw them away if they don't work out for you. I have one that's all Polaron resistance.
Sorry, Discord just disappeared on me again. Yeah, snark. Sorry about that.
No worries.
I know it doesn't affect what you do. It just, my screen goes black and all I've got is OBS up. So at least I can still see chat. So you crafted
weird.
those?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one I've even upgraded because it
Clearly.
had 4 times polar on. So that one would actually give me some extra resistances versus Floudwar.
Yeah. I can see that. That would be a nice boost on that one.
But it does a thing where it like bleeds your shields for extra damage. Anyway, I want one that's all plasma.
You could do
4 or
that.
5 plasma resist. You can't re-gamble them. It's like, you get what you get, and that's it. I think it's weird that you can't re-gamble them.
I have to do some better builds on my just leveling them up tune.
Right.
Though Taz dragged me through six ships yesterday, so I'm kind of caught up on that one. So the end is in sight on that tune, leaving 40 some other tunes to get leveled. But that's a long story.
Yeah. So, yeah, doing builds is actually not so hard for me anymore.
Well, it's not hard for you, but go from my point of view, which is
Well,
I don't understand the whys. And Ed was great at explaining this works because this piece of equipment reacts with this piece of equipment to enhance this effect. And for me, I'm a person who likes to know the why this works.
well, Pteronectomy and I are doing a lot of testing of consoles and their effect,
Mm-hmm.
and why things
Yeah.
work the way they do.
It's when I teach classes, I teach the why. If you punch somebody with your fist, you know it's going to hurt them. Well, this is why it's going to hurt them and why it's going to hurt you, and how you can make your side of it better and more effective or less effective, because sometimes you don't want to hurt them, you just want to slow them down a little bit.
Yeah. It's the quick flick or the punching through.
Well, it's like if you punch somebody, regular punch and using the back of your fingers and part of your knuckles, that's going to deliver a lot of force delivered through, let's see, what's that, maybe 4 inches by 3 inches? Well, say my fist is a little bit bigger, so over a 12 square inch area. However, if you just take the same force and you deliver it by pointing one finger or one knuckle forward, now that same amount of force is delivered in a half-inch square area. Same amount of force, much tinier area, hurts a lot more. And then you hit them twice there,
And
because you've damaged the tissue, caused a fluid shockwave, and we're going to do it again. Satalia needs 3 dreadnoughts. Satalia, oh, there you are. I had it right on you, that's why I couldn't see you. I have invited Satalia to join us.
I need some destructible torpedoes, a lot of them.
Okay, well, how about if we do Hive Onslaught to get the 3 dreadnoughts? That might give you a couple of torps, but there's not a lot of torps in it. Then we could go do Infected Conduit, which also gives torps. Yes, the Hex
Let me
Spawn.
go up something with fire. Well,
You tell me when you're ready. Yeah, the Hex Spawn are edgy today. They saw that I got the suitcase out this morning, so they're doing them.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I want to get everything packed. I don't need to leave here till reasonable time tomorrow morning, but I am also the kind of person who's like, if I wait till the last minute, I'm going to forget something. So I'm trying to get it all done today, get the laundry done, get the uniform washed and pressed. I'm taking a
So-
huge suitcase because I have checked luggage, but everything's going to stay down there except for my uniform. So I'm going to take a backpack. So if I don't need the suitcase to come back home, I may just leave it down there, and you can go give it to Goodwill or something to sell. Though it's a big enough suitcase, I could actually put my computer in it for the next trip. Chris, let me know when you're ready and I will cue us.
Damn.
No hurry, just because sometimes I
Yeah, I'm
don't
ready.
hear. Okay, yeah, sometimes I don't hear when people are saying something. By the way, Satalia, I picked up 2 bags of the Nude Beach because it's on clearance right now. It's not bad. It's a little lighter than I'm used to, but I suppose that's appropriate because it's a nude beach. And for those of you who don't know, that's a type of coffee from Grounds and
Sure.
Hounds. Uh-huh.
Sure, wink, wink, nod, nod.
So I picked up 2 pounds of Good Boy, which is one of my favorite, and 2 of the Nude Beach. In fact, all the stuff I bought was on sale because I didn't think I was going to be in Chicago quite as soon as I'm going to be in Chicago. We will.
Eh,
Yep.
I believe you that it's coffee, Mom.
It's coffee. It is definitely
Yeah.
coffee. I can go get the bag and bring it up
'Cause
here.
I know more drink names that are suggested. Oh, hey, somebody's flying a brick. 2 people
2
are
of them,
flying a
actually.
brick. Yeah. 2 bricks. I wonder what they're gonna look like.
There are 4 bricks. Let's see. By the way, Satali's tip is the Mom Punches. Thank you very much.
You have destroyed me.
Yeah. I sent you a nice one, didn't I, Mom?
Oh, don't know.
Picard action figure.
Oh, the Picard action figure, yes.
Oh, that is gold.
It comes with 4 lights.
Oh, it comes with 5 lights.
It comes with 5 lights, excuse me.
Yeah, it includes 5 lights, Earl Grey tea, and a flute.
And a head
I
polish.
love it. No, I love that they included the flute.
It is so cute.
Also, I love the 5 lights I see.
So for whatever reason, I got stupid and used one of my low-level ships on this yesterday, forgetting I was on that tune, and could not for the life of me figure out why I kept dying, just blowing up every few seconds. And it's like, oh, wrong ship.
No. I'm gonna fly the wrong ship.
I'd started to level up a ship on a tune that has the good ship, and I forgot I was still on the garbage ship. And there we go.
Guide.
Yeah,
How dare you?
it's okay.
The poor pupper.
As I said at class the other day, I'm kind of off my game lately.
I slept maybe for 4 hours today, so. I swear I forced myself to go to bed. I mean, to sleep, because I felt like I wouldn't be able to fall asleep at all. I do hope it's not something permanent or like an insomnia. We wouldn't want that.
Well, if you can use your insomnia effectively.
I can't.
In the olden days, when I had really bad insomnia, I would go into we had a library at that time, in one of the other rooms, and I would sit on the computer, and that's when I would write. And I would write till like 4 in the morning if I didn't have to go to work the next day.
I got my destructible torpedoes.
Yeah, this one doesn't have a lot. That's why we're going to go do infected conduit.
I had
after this.
18.
Yeah,
No,
I know.
I've already. I'm done.
Oh,
I'm
you
done.
got all 18?
I told you I'd done all of them.
Wow. I thought...
Yeah.
That's not what I heard, so that's why I was saying, well, we can go do
Okay.
something else.
No, I'm done.
Yay, I didn't realize we had that many in this one. Yay.
We did not murder all the cubes immediately, so they were able to throw out enough. I had the time this time.
I think we were doing this last night with Graz, and the poor queen. I mean, she just melted.
Oh, maybe she wasn't on her game either.
Yeah, that's true, but we had Graz, and... Were you in that one, Chris, last night?
Yep.
Yeah. She just died.
Yeah, she had a full core meltdown.
I have those days.
Yeah, I had that 60-second run of high
Destroyed this
on
vessel.
elite.
Well, this was not a 60-second run, but the queen wasn't a happy camper. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, she wasn't even able to deploy her feedback poles.
Yep.
No, this time she did. Not for
Yeah, you're
long,
the
though.
You're the one carrying the big guns this time.
I didn't
Me?
even get
Yeah.
a chance to go sub-nuke the queen because she died almost
Yep.
instantly.
I've never seen anyone die that fast as yesterday. Well, that was exciting.
That somebody was probably running Hellboard.
Could be. Well, Graz was there, so probably, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Oh, no, 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 Mom. You have plenty of fleet marks. You don't need more fleet marks. Probably ought to stop
That's what
running this
made-
tune. I've got 100 days worth of lithium to refine on this tune.
so does the account have lifetime?
Yeah, no, not on this one.
Ah.
We'll see what it is at Christmas if I want to do that, but I think I might want to spend my money on something else at Christmas.
What?
I love the Proxima. I managed to tank out so much damage this one. And she doesn't have a bad output either. I don't get why people are complaining about that ship.
Which one?
Proxima. People saying, oh, it should not be a science ship. It should be a command dreadnought. And I'm like, why? How many command dreadnoughts have we already got? There's not enough science dreadnoughts.
Satali says, my brick became an all-powerful Oberth. Don't
My
tell Cal.
Oberth is all
Probably the only
powerful.
one in history.
No, that's not true. My Oberth, I just like casually took through Corfez. It was fine. It really was.
Sorry about that. Let's see, there's a streamer called Talk QWERTY to me. Yes.
But
There's a
what if
streamer
I
called
don't
Talk Nerdy to me, too.
But what if you have a different keyboard? Then you can't talk QWERTY too.
Musin, there's such a thing as a joke.
I know. I'm trying to make one.
Yeah, with
actually
emphasis on trying.
Weirdly enough, the what is it? It's not the QWERTY keyboard. What's the other one called? Dvorak?
No.
There's an alternate keyboard that, in theory, people can learn faster and better. Dvorak, yeah. Okay, thank you. And
Dvorak.
Then
yeah.
there's that one, right?
Dvorak.
I've never heard of Azerty, but the Dvorak is calculated, the key positioning is calculated to utilize the tendency of people to be right-handed over left-handed, and therefore put the more predominant keys on the right side over the left. Do you know why most keys that are predominantly struck, A, S, E, R, and T, are on the left-hand side of your keyboard? Okay, for those of you who are into typewriter trivia, the reason is because in old-fashioned manual typewriters, people who had when they were setting up the keyboards originally, by putting the predominant keys on the right-hand side where people can type faster, the keys would stick more often. So they moved them to the left hand where people have to type fractionally slower, but it allowed for the mechanism to get the key up and back without jamming every single time. Now, that's how it started out. As keyboards got better and better and the mechanisms got better, we were already mentally stuck with that QWERTY keyboard. Oh, the QWERTZ keyboard when I was in Germany. Oh my god, I mistyped every freaking third word because of the positionings.
This is devil's work. This is
The
spawn of
Azerty
evil.
keyboard as well. You need to press that function key for so many things rather than the shift key.
Yeah, no, being in Germany was a
Uh,
pain in the butt when I was there for typing.
Oh, Dawn Lewis had birthday, 64th birthday. Lower
Dawn-
Deck Carol Freeman just had her birthday.
Dawn Lewis? Is that old?
That's DAWN
Yeah.
Lewis.
How old is she?
Yeah. 64?
No.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah,
She turned 64 yesterday.
yeah, Cliff wants to do one more. We can do one more, Cliff. What do you want to do? Cliff's hair is all done. My hair is now somewhat more purple and orange than it was yesterday. And I have to figure out a way to keep it purple and orange through Saturday night and then strip it down to silver by next Wednesday. So I have some work to do. I think I will go swimming in the chlorinated pool at the gym when I get back. That should strip out all the color pretty fast. I did find out something really interesting, though. If you are going to get your hair dyed, but you like to go swimming in chlorinated pools, after you go swimming, before you get your hair dyed, make sure you shampoo the heck out of your hair, because it has been known for the bleach and the hair coloring things to actually react chemically and literally set your hair on fire. No, Cliff, not Leviathan. That takes 15 minutes. I'm not doing Leviathan. Though we did it pretty well the other night with a couple of big ships. Oh, there is a patch today, everybody, so don't forget that. And I
Again, no patch notes. Yesterday's one didn't have one either.
There was a patch yesterday, right?
There was a short maintenance, but I
Okay.
don't know. There wasn't a patch for it.
Okay. I thought I'd seen it in the notes, and then I saw there was a patch today.
I'm sorry, what is wrong with Blue Sky these days? I'm
It's-
scrolling on the following tab, so I should only see the stuff that I'm following. And if I'm scrolling a little bit down, I keep getting from What's Hot Classic, and there's like some sort of nudity stuff. And I'm like, excuse me?
There wasn't a patch. Yeah, there was a patch yesterday, but as Chris just said, it was really short. Because what was I doing? I took the dogs out and kind of didn't do anything and logged back in around 12:30, and it still had the red warning up, and then I realized, oh, that's a patch for today. So whatever they did, they didn't do a lot. Cliff
Yeah.
doesn't care what we do, but Cliff, you have to accept the invitation first before I can launch us.
Who knows? Maybe they fixed some of the faulty ships category.
I'm hoping they fix the issue where sometimes if you run a TFO, you don't get the option to take the marks on it. We're doing that.
Wouldn't hold my breath.
Well, it's popping up erratically. It happened to Board King, it happened to me, and then yesterday it happened to Doc Roberts. So it is turning into a problem now, where I'm seeing more and more
Well-
people saying it. You just don't get the reward option at the end. And I thought, well, maybe he, didn't get it because he
No,
underpowered something. But nope, that wasn't it.
but doesn't it automatically after like 5 minutes still give you a reward?
It does,
selected
but
for
it
you?
didn't. It didn't give him the option, and it didn't give him any awards later. How about Defense of Starbase 1?
Yep.
Okay. One of the patch notes said they fixed it. Go GK appears more often for random TFOs. No.
They inserted an extra curlant here.
Weewoo?
We were.
And,
Cliff, make sure you accept so we don't leave you behind. Well, if it's random, then it's not more often. That would be non-random.
that one was funny though.
Ooh, the lottery today is like 530 million. I did win $4 on my ticket on Monday. Woohoo! So I broke even Monday. So it's definitely my turn to win the big one today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm entitled to that one.
Yeah, then you can buy stove.
I don't know.
The war has not been going well for
No?
We'll see. We'll see. Let's see.
I'd buy stove. If I had that much money, I'd buy stove. You know why? So I could set the flag on all the ships in the Zen store for my account to on, so that it's on all the ships that aren't worth buying.
Satali says Mom can buy Deca. That would be closer to it then.
I think Embracer is willing to sell. But
Yeah, they are.
they come.
It's Embracer's kind of strapped for cash lately.
Are they still bleeding money?
Yeah. They were doing good, and then they made like 2 or 3 consecutive less than optimal choices.
We're prepping for
Well, for one, they made too many purchases at once, and then they were
Counting on the Saudi Arabia
they
deal.
weren't. Yeah, they were
Which didn't
counting on a
happen.
deal that. I'm so glad they didn't, because like having Tomb Raider connected with Saudi Arabia money, ugh, no.
Yeah.
It's already in bad shape because not a new game has been seen since 2018, and still hoping the incompetent Crystal Dynamics studio is going to flop and die and stop existing and release the franchise from their clutches.
Well, if I had that kind of money, I think I would buy the company I used to work for. I don't know that they'd sell, but both of the owners are getting to the point where
I mean,
think
if you
they'd
give them
retire.
good money,
Yeah.
you can. The thing is, you say that you might say the company is not for sale, but if you wave big enough check, it's like okay.
Well, I know that they're both talking about retiring, and if you're trying to run a hands-on business but you're living on the other side of the country. I noticed that, Satalia. I think maybe you got kicked from the party when we came out of the last one. I don't know why that's happening. That happened yesterday. Chris got kicked, but we caught it before we started something new. And this is why I need to drink 3 cups of coffee in the morning, not 2.
I always check before every, work, but that's because there's always been problems with gaming.
Well, I'm not awake enough to check things.
I'm just super parent.
And I know that Talia didn't voluntarily leave the party because sometimes she can't do that and I have to kick her.
There's a break incoming
Those Klingons not dead yet.
Not dead enough yet.
Reading some heavier ships incoming. Raiders and battle cruisers.
Just shoot them all at once. Saves you a lot of time.
I subconsciously kicked you, Satalia? Never. You have mom punches for a ship. I would never kick away the mom punches. Though that said, I did notice my punches are getting decidedly weaker. I'm not happy about that.
The evacuation ship is
I
launching.
thought with all the weightlifting and bodybuilding that my punches would be getting better. Nope.
Well, muscle mass slows you down. So if you're getting more muscle mass, your punches are slower and
It's not that slower I can deal with. I mean, fast is the optimum, but a slow but deadly punch is great, but it's both slower and less effective. And
Yeah.
do not tell me it's because I'm getting older, because I flat out refuse to believe that anymore.
no. But like if you're actually increasing your muscle mass, the muscles are actually slightly constricting your range of movement, so your punches would get weaker unless you again train the punches.
Well, yeah, that's it. I do train the punches. I'm still getting weaker. So once I go back to doing bodybuilding, which will be sometime in September, was going to be beginning of September, that got pushed back. I think I can work around the new issues.
Maybe it's not you who's getting weaker, maybe your punching bag is getting stronger.
No, he's still pretty strong. And yes, we do hit each other.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're serious about, you know,
Mom
at least I
Jackman.
don't have to.
Am I jacked like you yet? No. But I actually have lats and, what are the ones in the back of your neck?
Evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
You know, I'd feel safe walking through the streets there as long as you're with me, Mom.
Into position to prepare for the
That's because I won't let you do anything stupid.
Well, yeah. If you wouldn't stop me, I'm probably gonna do something really stupid.
Yeah. So, when Frost and I went to Philadelphia for a convention last year, where we were is the street we were on was fine. The street behind that, not so much. But I was there with Frost, and Izzy was there too, so I'm fine. The three of us, I think, will be more than able to defend ourselves. But I can see there were a lot of young teenage girls walking around there because there was a volleyball convention going on. And I'm thinking, these people are just inherently not smart because they just don't know the potential dangers out there.
Yeah, and for me, living in Amsterdam, that is not something tangible. It doesn't exist here.
What?
The wrong street to walk on.
It's all wrong streets. It's one place my mom's been mugged.
Yeah.
Also bad for
Like,
my mom.
sure, stuff can happen, but like it's not like I put it, like gang streets or you know territories where you gotta duck and dodge and weave to go from A to B. Like that's not a thing here.
Well, that just comes back into the hopefully knowing where you're at, and if you don't know where you're at, like when I go to visit places, I try and find somebody who knows the area.
Yep.
Paris wasn't bad. Ireland wasn't bad. I felt fine both places. London, I hang with my friends. So they're like, we're not going to go down that street. Or we'll go down that street together.
Yeah, because I'd be wearing my baseball cap and I turn the corner into the wrong street because I just don't know.
So we had
Just
this
so
really...
happens to be the wrong color.
So we had this really interesting class on how to kill somebody with a baseball cap, which was really an interesting class. This was years ago. But the guy was into self-defense with whatever you had on hand, so we had a class on using your phone, using a baseball cap, using your T-shirt.
Roll of toilet paper?
I haven't done that one because generally you're not carrying that while you're walking down the street.
A teacup.
Again, not carrying it. It's what you've got on there. There's the obvious things like car keys, easy peasy. But the baseball cap one, that was fun.
A teacup. That one's,
So Talia says, Mom would never walk with me for fear that I'd guide her to the real-world equivalent of GK. Did he show you how to defend yourself from an attacker armed with fresh fruit? So Talia, he did because the guy was a hoot. That guy was so funny. He started it out with how to defend yourself against an attack from a raspberry, and he went to banana. And most of the class got the joke, thank goodness. A few of the younger kids were like, huh?
yeah, no raspberry from me. Thanks.
It was funny. All right, I am going to get out of here. I've got stuff to do today. It was fun, Cliff. No, I don't plan to be on tonight, subject to change. And I will be back, subject to change, Monday night. Burglars. My house will be occupied. Don't even think about it. Not only will I have the dogs here, but I have people who are staying and watching over the house while I'm gone. So, yeah. It's a good neighborhood, but this time of year, a lot of people are taking their last vacation before the kids go off to school, so I want somebody to watch over the house. And they get a vacation. They get to stay in my house for a few days. Yay. So everyone, thank you so much for being here. Musin, do you want to do the outro here?
Get there. Yeah.
Okay, let me get ready to say it all. On behalf of everybody here, and welcome to the Moopsyverse. I hope you have a wonderful, elongated vacation. No, burglars better not be watching the stream, but if they are, don't worry. The house is, 1, there's nothing worth stealing, and 2, dogs, and 3, people. Have a wonderful time, and stay moopsome.
Who are you?
We are the knights who say...
Moopsy.
And I will make it a threesome.
Do you even hear yourself?
Computer deactivate iguana.
How dare you!